Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to try to record this whole video about the whole process of me going through and doing an Nvidia versus AMD experience. So we're going to start out with, first of all, let me go ahead and bring this over here. I just want you guys to see this, so you guys can like tell me what you think of my testing methodology. So let's go in here. Let me go show you guys some Nvidia control panel. I'm going to call it panel. So let me bring this over here. We're going to go ahead and just make this big. We're going to do our test on The Witcher 3 today. So guys, right here in the video color, actually, so advanced, look, we're at full range. And then if we go over here to this one right here, we're at full range right there on both of these bad boys. If we go in here to video images, you guys can see all of this stuff, high dynamic range, quality, super resolution, all this fun stuff is set up in here on that one, as well as this one right here. So if we come up here to adjust the desktop coolers, sorry guys, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Right here, digital vibrance, we're set at 50 on that one, and we're set at 50 on this one, okay? That's default, okay? What I normally do on this is I'll set it to 70, but you guys say that that's wrong, but I don't think it's, I mean, it really does. Like 50% on this is the best I can do for this right here, guys, honestly. So if I try to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave it at 70. So that there's on the OLED. Watch, like you can kind of see it when I switch back and forth. So 70% digital vibrance is what it's going to do. Okay. You can see it switching over from 50 to 70. Now 70, okay, so because normally I put my, and when we get to the AMD side, you'll see that too. I usually put my digital, my saturation at about 125 to, in between 125 to 150. It just depends. On the OLED, you don't necessarily need as much, or as much saturation. I just like my colors to look a little better. And when you're using something like HDR or something, these tests are going to be done no HDR. We're going to leave HDR off. So like the digital vibrance will be there. So let me just bring you back over here so you guys can finish looking at this. We're setting the 4K OLED at 70% digital vibrance, okay? And then everything else is pretty much just set. That's the only thing that you really need to play around with in here. So, oh no, we need to, oh no, we didn't save them. We gotta go back into Mr. Nvidia, and then we need to pop that on over to, oh wait, wrong one. Yeah, this one is 70. So I guess they're both going to be set to 70. So it doesn't really matter. So come over here. We're going to apply that. Now you guys can see that that's the only thing I'm changing, guys. I'm just playing with the digital vibrance. Normally, like for an IPS display, I can usually set digital vibrance to do about 70 or whatever. And then obviously on the OLED, like you guys could see that, like it looks so much brighter. Like you see that right there, that's 50. And that there's is 70. Yes, it blows out them colors a little bit. So maybe, and this here is like perfect for me showing you guys that yes, there is a freaking difference between the damn color science on AMD and the color science on Nvidia. It is what it is. It is what it is. All TV manufacturers, everything that, like they all have their own damn color science, okay? Nvidia is no different. So that there is digital vibrance. Oh wait, gosh dang it. Would you like to see? Yes. Oh man, I don't know. Okay, so The Witcher 3 is now downloaded. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and play that. Boom shki. I just barely downloaded it on the Nvidia thing. This one here is actually kind of an interesting game. Now we are gonna be testing this. Whatever playable frame rate we get to at with DLSS, obviously we're going to be using some DLSS, so we might be jumping from, say, we could be at quality if this will handle it at quality. If it won't handle it quality, we're going to go down. We're going to use the ray tracing, all of that stuff. But this is a 4070 Super, and obviously that is not fair when you're trying to compare that to a we need to get this over to the other display first. Ooh, let me turn that down. We don't need this sound super duper high. So we'll turn that down to about 7. So we need to get this video over to there. So we'll display, and we're going to do display 2 and then 4K. So once we do that, then it'll ask us to switch it. Options, video, display. We want 4K. Yes. So we might be at 60 frames with that. So let's go ahead and look at the rest of the options real quick. But I've got this going through my capture card. Wait, how come that's not showing? Oh, I need to restart that. Boop. I need to restart that. So let me just show you guys that. So now we're going to be using the capture card to capture through that at 4K. So now that that's all set up over there on Streamlabs OBS, that's what I use with my capture card to HD or it's 4KX on Elgato. So let's go ahead and look at our video settings. We will have these the exact same for both of them. Okay, so ray tracing, we're just going to use the ray tracing performance one, and then this one here will be DLSS, and then we will have we'll try quality first. Sharpening, we'll just leave that at high. Okay, motion blur is off, and then bloom, depth of field, everything else will be set to the exact same thing, ultra plus on all of that. So when we get out of that and then we go back into display, because we got to turn on frame generation, of course, like, yeah, it's one of the Nvidia things. We'll turn it on. Okay, we'll turn on the magic. Okay, so now let's go ahead and continue. I think I should be in the Blood and Wine DLC. So we should be in, let's see what we're going to get with this though. Because right now it's saying 33 framesy-wamesies. No, we're about 56. But that's with frame gen. So we're going to come in here. We're going to go back into the settings real quick. Options. We're definitely going to take that to... Let's do performance. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click record right now on that. And we're going to jump in here. Okay, so let's see what performance gets us. Or it's going to take a second for it to think for a minute. And then I don't know why this does this, guys. Like it'll start off for a minute and it'll be like really slow and finicky, and then it will kick in. So yeah, right now we're at performance DLSS. And as you can see, like the colors just look kind of like vibrant. I mean, they do look a little bit blown out if you ask me, but not too terrible. Dang, we are getting a lot of screen tearing on this one. But guys, that could be caused by my capture card too. So we're just going to run over here somewhere. And now we're going to stand right here and we're just going to look out across the way. Just kind of, we need to find a spot to where we can just look at somewhere. Let's see, where's a good spot? No, we need somewhere like foresty. Come on, let's run over here. Let's run over here somewhere and just look. Because we'll have to find a spot and then just let it sit there for a few minutes and just do like a still shot. That way they don't get no screen tearing or any of that kind of stuff as we're like looking through. Oh man, I swam all the way over here, so it's gonna be like we're just gonna run over across this bridge, guys. But this is the thing, and then I'll show you, like we'll go in and we'll like cut it out and stuff. Actually, I don't need to record this on here right now. I'll just wait until we get to our spot, and then I can start recording. That way I don't have to go through all of that. Hey, you know what? Does this look like a good spot to do that? Yeah, this here is perfect. So is what we'll do is we'll just kind of point the camera right there, and then we'll just let it sit. We'll let it sit for a minute, you know, and just capture its footage, obviously, you know, so that we can just do like a side-by-side of like standing right here. And then obviously we'll get like half the screen or whatever. And then we'll be able to look out there, and we'll just kind of be able to look at like the color saturation and stuff like that, and looking at how DLSS looks versus, you know, obviously what do we set? The performance. So we'll be on performance on the AMD GPU as well. The digital vibrance on that, like I said, will be set to about 125. That's just enough to kind of, you know, this is only 20%. You know, 20% from 50 to 70 is only 20%. And I mean, like, honestly, looking at this, it does not look horrible to my eyes. It doesn't look horrible. Like, it doesn't look super blown out or anything like that, but it does, you know, obviously, anytime you mess with saturation, it's going to distort the image to a point. I mean, obviously, if we go back down to like regular, then it's gonna look regular. Actually, I think HDR is on, isn't it? So, oh yeah, I didn't even start recording that yet. So let's go in here and make sure HDR is off. Video, display, HDR. Because it's not going to record on my other thing with HDR. Okay, let's get out of this game real quick. We're going to have to. Exit. Yes. All right, so now I got to go over here to the display and just turn off HDR. We'll just turn off HDR. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Display, 4K, HDR off. Ooh boy. She's a flickerer. Turn off HDR and she flickers. Okay, so HDR will be off now on that display. And that kind of gets rid of that nice bright color that we had. Oh man. See, that's probably what it is. HDR just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on Nvidia. It looks significantly better on AMD, but it doesn't really do that. So now let's get back into our game. Sorry, well, I mean, I told you guys, this is the process, you know, the decisions that I got to make for doing one of these freaking little videos is quite annoying sometimes. Man, is it going to put it on that one again? It is. Maybe it will come back. Yep, it's on this one. Cool. Okay, so all of our settings should be the same. We just don't have any HDR now. Yeah, no HDR bar. No HDR bar. And wow, look at all my numbers up there. They're all orange now. They're not bright red. Actually, you know what? I kind of just like... Actually, dude, it is clearly the HDR setting that freaking ruins the image on here. HDR just looks so horrible on freaking Nvidia GPUs. Because now look at this. This does not look as bad as blown out. Where did we go? Like right over here, right? Yeah. We'll come right back to this corner. All right. And then we'll record. We'll start recording this, and we'll sit here for like 3 minutes or something. And that's what we'll do. Is like we'll sit here for like 3 minutes, and then we'll look at the final product after we've ran it through the. Oh gosh! After we put it through the blender or whatever. Oh boy! I hope you guys can hear me. I'm gonna move this to a different spot. There we go. Now it's at a different spot. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with my vaping for this video. Now over here on the other side, over here on this screen back here, I'm watching my my time, how long I'm going to record that for, and we're going to try, hopefully we can get it to line up. Actually, you know what we should have done was just freaking set the freaking time. Oh, see all the things that you forget. We should have just meditated. We're still at 70% digital vibrance, though. I mean, that's what it is, dude. The HDR really just destroys the image quality. I didn't even notice that, literally, until we just tried that. Just seeing that big of a change from how bright and vibrant and over like just, yeah. Because this actually looks really, really decent. Like, this actually looks pretty good. I almost wish we could do like DLSS quality, to be completely honest with you. But that's fine. You know, we'll test performance, man. Like, that's what everybody else has been doing, is testing performance. So let's see. Like, this actually looks pretty clean. Not a whole lot of blur or anything like that. Not a bad looking image quality. We're 226, 27. Yeah, 235. $245, $247, $247, $248. 10 more seconds, and then we'll stop this. Now I'm going to be recording the AMD stuff with the AMD software, because there's no sense. Okay, so that is recorded. So now we can go ahead and jump out of this on here. Okay, so we're done with the Nvidia side for that part of the recording. So now we're going to go over to the next one. Oh no! Open file location. So now I can close that. That's a video that's going to be going up. You guys are going to see that video. It's going to be so cool. Don't save. Nah. Okay, so we'll put this over here because I don't need it on this side. And then I can go ahead and shut down that too. And then we'll just go into Steam, library, play. Okay. We'll be playing this with the PlayStation controller. I hope it works. Okay, and then we got our frame rate counter like right over here on the side for this one too. But obviously we'll be using Adrenaline software for our recording on this one once we get back to that spot. Oh, okay, so let's show you. If we go into this, and then we go over to settings right here. So we're on display 2, which is the TV, which is LG TV SSCR2, and we are at 125 on the let me see if you guys can see that. So we're at 125 on the saturation on this, and that's the only thing I'm changing for that. So we're just going to go ahead and go to record and stream, and we'll just start recording it right now. We'll have to cut up our video, but now it's recording, so we can go ahead and close that. And then let's go down to options, video, graphics, performance. Everything will be the same. And then we're on performance FSR2. And then all of this is the exact same as the other video. Now this here won't be in that part of the video, but display, we're on 1 windowed 4K VSync on 144 max frames. Obviously we do not get frame generation on this, so is what we'll do Alt R so that we can have some frame generator. Go over to gaming, and then we just turn on our fluid motion frames right here on the AMD Adrenalin software. So now we have both of those with frame generation. So now we'll just go ahead and get out of here, and then we will continue our game. Try to get this the best way we can. And then what we'll do is we'll wait until an even number, and then we'll just count our 3 minutes from that point on. That's kind of what I've been trying to do while I do this stuff. Woo. Okay, so now we're going to get a... Damn, dude, this just looks so much better. Woo. Ooh, look at all that detail in there still. Sorry, guys. It just looks so much better. Like right out of the gate. Like I can usually tell right when I get into a game. I'm like, damn, that looks good. Okay, so now we'll get right here. And then come on, gear. So right about... Okay, now we got 3 minutes. Now we'll just watch the timer up here until we got to 3 minutes. Look at that. Boom. That looks incredible. That looks absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh, that looks so beautiful. Actually, you know what? We didn't check. So hold on a second, guys. We need to make sure that we do not have HDR on. Display. Yep, HDR is on, so we got to turn that off. No, back. Yeah, we probably should just restart it. Dang it. Sorry guys, we messed up. So let me, because I gotta stop the recording just because this thing messes up when it records HDR. So let's go ahead and get back into our game real quick. Dude, what the freak, man? Why can't you just function? So many things. I turned on HDR after I made that video last night on both of them because I was looking at Cyberpunk with HDR on both of them, and it was okay. So we'll go ahead and continue, but I need to turn this on so that we can start recording now. See, like it was making it not look good. So yeah, HDR looks significantly better on AMD GPUs, my friends. It is so much better. So much freaking better. I know, you don't believe me, but whatever. Like, it literally just looks better. So let's go. Yeah, dude, even this still looks absolutely incredible. Obviously, yeah, look at that. That looks so much better. I really hope this recording comes out. I really hope it shows you straight across exactly what we're looking at. Like, this is performance freaking. So at right here, we'll just let it sit for our 3 minutes starting right about now. 3 minutes. Look at that. It just looks incredible, my friends. Like, you can't deny that. Like, you literally cannot freaking deny how much better that looks. That looks insanely much better. You know what I mean? I don't even, yeah, like that's just crazy to me that like people would be like, no man, Nvidia looks so much better. Like, look at the dirt. The dirt doesn't look freaking yellow. Now it looks more tannish and dirt. Like, the greens look a little bit more punchy right in through here. Like, it looks more punchy. Like, the Nvidia side looked more dull. Like, it wasn't terrible. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I hate it when you guys do that. Like, you guys take me out of context so much. And it just gets frustrating because it's like there's a difference. There's a color science, bro. There's a difference. And having both these machines on the same damn screen, yeah, guys, it's insanely incredible just how much of a difference there really is. Nvidia sucks with HDR. It absolutely sucks. It's, you know what? I will give it that. Nvidia is very good with the highlights, like the brightness and the darkness and stuff. Very, very good at that. But AMD is just so much more. It's the image quality so much fuller. The way it looks, significantly better. The color science on AMD, for me, and this is subjective, my friends, for me, the color science looks better on the AMD side. I think we started at 1 minute, so we need to get to what, 4 minutes? 4 minutes of recording, and then we'll have a nice, good side-by-side of both of these. That'll look so good. I mean, gosh, dude, it looks, I like that so much better. And you can see more, like, look at this. It's not like super blurry or anything. It does have a softer look, obviously, but it looks more dense. It looks fuller. It looks better than what you're getting with DLSS performance. I like the way this looks better. Like, right when I see this, guys, like, right when it comes on, I'm like, boom, that looks good. Damn, it looks so... It just looks creamy, my friends. There's like so much more like actual freaking detail in the image quality to me. That's just me though, man. Like, I get so tired of being told I'm crazy, man. Like, it really does annoy me. And because it's like, if people would just look and see that, like, other reviewers, bro, they don't even use the AMD cards, man. It's like they don't even care. They just throw them on, do their benchmarks, and then put everything in a freaking list, dude. They never go out of their way to actually look at these. So there we go, 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and stop our recording. So now we should be good. All right. So now what we do is we just turn this off. We'll exit out of here. And then we'll go ahead and we don't need Steam anymore, but we do want Power Director back on. So this is the software that I use. This is Power Director. Oh, wait, I need this freaking video. Oh, no, I don't need this video. But when I edit this video, okay. Yeah, here's the thing. So, okay, now we will take our video. Okay, so let me just go into here, go into PC. Streamlabs, so AMD 7900 XT. No, not Cyberpunk. We need The Witcher. So this here is our brand new video that's like 4 minutes long or whatever. We'll put AMD over here on the left. So now we just need to go to our 1 minute. So where was that 1 minute at? Right about here. So what is that? 120. Okay, right there. So this is our 1 minute. So we just take this, split right there, and then we cut this. Cut and fill that gap. Okay, so then we'll come over here, and then we're going to go to edit. And then we're going to go to crop, rotate, zoom. Come over here, drop down to freeform. We're going to go bing, boom, boom, 500. Oh, wait. No. Dang it. So 500. And then we'll do this. And then I think we're going to kind of want probably right there. I think that's probably where we want it. So we're just a little bit over there. So then we'll just go okay. That will bring that over, and then we can put this right here. See, this is AMD side, okay? Now we go back into this, and then Streamlabs is our AMD side. So that one there's right at 3 minutes. So we should just be able to bring this onto track 2. Drop that right there. It should cover the whole thing now. Well, maybe. Yeah, so now that covers the whole thing. And then is what we'll do is go to edit and then crop. Hi. And then we're going to go down here to freeform. Two, three. Okay, we're going to go to here, and then because we want that to be right at about the same spot, was about right. I think I don't have the same. It's a little bit off. Our video is a little bit off, so we'll just try to have that. So there we go. We've got both of those, and it looks pretty freaking close lined up. And now we will come over here and then to grab this and then just drag that back to there. And then boom, all good and done. So now we will just go. Do you think no, I'm not going to do that. Well, actually, yeah, we can do that. If I just come over here and then we can just do like right here. We'll just get out of this part. We'll do a title, drag the title down, and then just drag this across the bottom. Dang it. Are you freaking kidding me? Perfect. Okay, so then this, we're going to go up here though. All right, so start right here. And then come over here, and then we'll just do our 14. AMD. Nvidia. That way we can all see. I mean, you can barely see the colors. So let's do this. Let's do something like this. AMD and Nvidia. And then you know what? While we're here, we'll have some fun and we'll just do it like on fire. Now they're on fire. So we'll go ahead and we'll export that. Okay. Witcher 3 AMD versus Nvidia. You gonna be all right, dog? SCIEN's Cooler Science. Witcher 3 versus. Are you good? Are you good? Are you okay? You need some water? You want some water? Go get some water, lover. Go get some water. Go drink some water. You'll feel better. I'm just starting to worry about you. You're over there joking. Witcher 3 AMD versus Nvidia Color Science Project. All right, now we'll go ahead and export that. So because this is AMD, it should be like super forever for this to like actually render out. I mean, we'll be sitting here for about 4 or 5 hours because it's just, oh gosh, should be fairly quick. Where did it get the 17 seconds? I thought it was only like 3 minutes long. How does it got 17 seconds? Did I mess something up? So when I record on through the Streamlabs, I've got my bitrate set over 100 or whatever, and then that's what I record that's what I record the 100 megabytes a second, or 100 megabytes for both of them. That's the quality. But then I render at 80,000 kbps for uploading to YouTube. That way it is, you know, nice and good. So is what we'll do is we'll bring this out, and I mean, as you can already kind of see, like the difference in the sky, the difference in the color of the like there's a difference, guys. Oh man. And then like when we edit this, like this video, I'm not going to be able to record that, but you guys will see this. This is pretty interesting. We're gonna check it out, man. We're trying to get to the bottom of this. Right, technically, right now, basically, is what I'm doing is kind of experimenting, guys. Like when I put up those videos and stuff, it's me experimenting, trying to figure out a way to show the difference between the two, because I know that I can see it clearly with my own eyes. I can see it clearly with my own eyes that there is a difference in the way the colors are there. And having both the PCs now, it just makes it so much easier for me to jump from one right to the other and kind of see like in quick succession. And having the cameras now, being able to record using the capture card, stuff like that, it's making this process significantly easier for me. And I think that I will be able to find a solution, or find a, you know, pretty much come to like I'll find a good enough way to be able to show you guys the difference without you guys feeling like I'm trying to be like facetious or anything like that, because I'm really not. I'm literally experimenting on trying to figure out how to do this so that I can show you guys that, yeah, there is a difference, and it is noticeable, at least for me anyways. Like it is definitely noticeable. And one thing, you know, it's like, obviously I'm rendering this on an AMD PC, so is that incorporating the AMD color into that? Is so essentially, like, obviously Nvidia has its own color science, right? So if I'm recording that on the AMD PC, am I recording Nvidia's color science, or am I pretty much rendering with AMD color science? You know what I mean? Like, that has a major impact, and it could potentially be the reason why nobody else can see this, or nobody else can show you this, because there's two distinct looking color sciences, and it might be whatever PC you render it out on might be injecting its own color science into that and correcting the other one. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably why people look at it after they render their thing and they're like, oh man, there's no difference, but they swear they can see one while they're doing it. That might be the case too. That might be the case. So here we are at 100%. We're going to open our file location. We'll go ahead and close that thing out. We don't need that right now. And then we'll go ahead and open this with the media player. And we'll make this big. We'll watch this, and then, all right, here we go, guys. Like, you can see that the sky is bluer on Nvidia. It's not as blue over here. You can see that, like, the grass and stuff right here is like more blown out, whereas over here it looks more natural. I think we might actually have a good comparison here, guys, and I think it might actually look right. Yeah, bluer, like everything's like more bold and like colory over here. Like, not necessarily, like, this looks more natural on AMD. Looks more natural, okay? This over here looks really like kind of oversaturated, you know, like the grass looks oversaturated. Is my camera picking that up? I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this over here looks more saturated on the Nvidia side, whereas over here on the AMD side, it looks more it looks more freaking natural. Like the grass doesn't, it has different shades, and like you can see like some darker stuff, but over here it just looks darker but then brighter green. Like, I don't know, guys, like that to me looks pretty, it looks pretty different to me. But then look at the other image quality. Like this over here looks a little bit sharper on Nvidia, whereas it looks softer over here on the AMD side. Still looks incredible. Like there's definitely a difference in the overall image quality of how these games look. You've got more 3D pop with all of this right here. Like that just, it looks more natural. As over here, it just looks more, I don't know, guys. Like the 3D pop on AMD looks really, really good. Look at the ground. This is all yellow and this is more tan. See that? How it kind of merges right here? You can automatically see that right down there at the bottom. There is a difference in the color science. It goes from tan right to like this yellow look all the way through that. Interesting. There's a difference. There's definitely a difference. Where this looks more punchy green, this looks more natural over here. Everybody's always trying to tell me that there's no difference. There's a difference. When you turn up the saturation on the AMD cards, is what, in my opinion, is what that does, is that actually gives you a better overall HDR quality, because you get to utilize more of that high dynamic range with the wider color gamut, whereas with Nvidia, it just kind of blows the colors out. Like you saw in the beginning of this video, just how much more exaggerated the colors were on the AMD or on the Nvidia thing when we had it turned on with HDR still on. But now the HDR's off. There's no HDR. It's all just freaking SDR. You can automatically tell. So, my friends, this was a good experiment. I think that this obviously is going to show us a little bit of something. So hopefully this is okay with you guys. Hopefully you guys are like, okay, I see what you're doing, because that's the whole point. Like, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. This is a problem that I've been trying to solve since I started PC gaming. AMD always looks significantly better to me, and I much prefer the image quality and the overall color more than I care about DLSS, period. Like, the DLSS is not even a starter for me. Like, no upscaler is a starter for me. That's like the furthest thing that I'm worried about. My image quality really does come down to like image quality, how I perceive the image, and then also how the color looks while I'm playing that game. So this has never been something to just be like, oh man, I just want to hate Nvidia just because. No, they both produce a different type of image quality to my eyes. Like, I perceive them both significantly different, and for me, AMD absolutely hits the freaking spot every single time. Nvidia is kind of hit or miss. If I'm not using DLSS and I'm just using native resolution on Nvidia, it looks great. Like, I can turn on Cyberpunk 2077, put it on native resolution, and it looks just as good as the AMD side. Like, it looks just as good. No question about like the textures or anything like that. It looks absolutely incredible. But here's the problem with that, is because Nvidia tends to sell you less performant hardware than AMD does. So is what's going on is, like, if I want to run native resolution, I have to buy, or I have to pay significantly more money on the Nvidia side to be able to do that. Whereas with AMD, I can usually just, spend about the same money and get more leeway in my rasterized performance, because AMD is just better that way. It really is. And once you kind of see that and look at it from this point of view, like, then maybe you understand and helps you maybe make better buying decisions. Because let's face it, man, a lot of people out there are going to us YouTubers, us influencers, and they're seeing, oh man, Hardware Unboxed loves 5090, and they're playing on a 5090, and they're like, man, I just want to be like them when I grow up. So they run out and they buy the best good Nvidia GPU they can afford, which is usually a 60 series. Or they're out there buying the pre-builds that are literally, there's so many pre-builds out there with Nvidia GPUs in them that it's like you can literally buy any card you want from any generation right now in a pre-built for Nvidia, but you cannot do the same for an AMD. Like, there's just no more. And even the AMD cards are selling for a lot higher. So, all right, my friends, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I hope that this video sheds a little bit of light on the thinking process that I have and the the work that I'm putting into trying to figure out a good solid way that people could reproduce this on their own, doing that. The only thing that we didn't do, the only thing that we didn't check in this thing, just so you guys don't call me out, is making sure that both of these the screen, like the settings for the TV, are set to the same. I don't know. I've never checked that myself. Maybe I should right now. Let's do that, because I think I can do that. Let's go into this real quick. Settings, expert picture mode. It's bright. Oh no, because I apply everything to all inputs, so it should be the same. Brightness, color, clarity. So this is sharpness at 10, super resolution off. Let's see. HDMI 2. Wait, why didn't that freaking come up with a little list like the other one did? That's crazy. Clarity. Yeah, see, everything, okay, yeah, everything is just literally set to the same on that. Colors at 55, color gamut, auto detect. I'm pretty sure that's all the same. And then filmmaker mode is on this one. Filmmaker mode's on and reduce blue light. All right, let's go back to the other one, because this might throw off everything too, guys. Just these stupid settings could potentially be expert picture mode, advanced settings. I don't know why it doesn't have game mode on that one. Yeah, see there. Okay, yeah, those are the same. Let's see if the color is the same. Oh, color depth on this one is 50. Okay, so obviously we were off a little bit on the color depth. Okay. So back color depth might be off a little bit. Let's see, because we should be able to still play this and see if it's still the same. Yeah, it didn't change anything. Like, look, the ground's still yellow right here, still brighter over there, still brighter over there. But you know what we can do, just to make sure, is we can go into the game again and see if that is going to change it. We have to be thorough, right? We have to be thorough. Because I forget that when I'm switching freaking inputs. Let's just check this real quick. It should be the same thing. Just want to get back over here and check and make sure the road's not yellow. The road's not yellow, and like, yeah, everything still looks the same. Yeah. I would say it still looks freaking pretty much the same. I don't think that 5 actually did much. It's still pretty close. But I will record a little bit of this. Oh, gosh dang it. Those stupid freaking cat eye things. Freaking, that's so dumb. I always forget about that. That was the whole reason I started recording before I came on here. So let's just start recording. Oh, so annoying, man. Them stupid potions. Well, now I'm out. So hopefully I'm just out of them. That's so dumb. That dumb cat potion. Really? It takes a whole freaking minute for that? Okay. So, yeah, the road's not yellow. The visuals still look pretty dang the same, so... Alright. I'm pretty confident that that didn't change it super much. But, I mean, obviously, anything like that could have a little bit of an effect on it. But, yeah, it doesn't look yellow or anything like that. So, I'm pretty confident. If you guys want to get mad about that, that's fine. Whatever. Well, obviously, we're, like I said, we're just in the finding phase. So, all right, guys, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.